This video is sponsored by Delete Me. If you have a stalker, heaven forbid, or if you want to disappear without a trace, one of the most important and also simplest things that I tell people when I consult with them, and I'm a former CIA officer, I do a lot of consulting with people who need to vanish, unfortunately because of a lot of domestic violence, I tell them the most important thing is having unpredictable behavior. Now I know what you're thinking, sounds simple, but most people screw this up. Most of us, of course, are habitual, right? We go to the gym at 7 o'clock every single morning. We go to Applebee's every Friday night at 7 p.m. We go pick our dry cleaning every Tuesday. We are so predictable. And if you have a stalker, if you want to vanish without a trace, you've got to change that predictable behavior. You've got to erase all those habits you've built a lifetime. So for instance, I love guns. I'm a gun guy. I don't have one on today, but usually I have a lot of gun t-shirts. Well, guess what? If I'm trying to vanish, if I'm trying to blend in, I'm not going to wear my gun t-shirts anymore because that is the behavior people are used to seeing in me. Same thing, if you always wear a baseball cap, you've got to stop wearing baseball caps. You've got to do the opposite. We are way too predictable when we do our grocery shopping. I have a friend that goes grocery shopping every single Wednesday at the same time. Now this friend doesn't have a stalker. This friend doesn't have anybody after him now, but still, I know, and of course I don't, if I wanted to harm this friend, I just go to Walmart at 3 o'clock p.m. on a Wednesday, and that's where they're gonna be. So it sounds so simple, but we've gotta think ahead. Before you go do something, right? Like before you go out, plan your day ahead, which is what I always do. I've got a yellow notepad, I'm always planning my day ahead, and look at the things. So if you've got to go to the bank, do you go to the bank every Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. right before it closes? Well, stop doing that. So you may not have a stalker now, and of course I hope you don't have a stalker now, but we live in such an unpredictable world that I have so many people reach out to me of, hey, now I have an ex-boyfriend stalking me, I have an ex-husband stalking me, yada, 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 and we talk about their behavioral patterns. Because guess what? As a former CIA officer, when you are trying to track down the bad guys, what do? You look for behavioral patterns because we all have them. We all make these same mistakes. If somebody ever wants to assassinate you, you want to tell the easiest way it's going to happen, unfortunately. It's going to happen close to your house or at your house. Meaning, most people do come home at different times from work, right? You're not always leaving work, well, unless you're a government employee, you're not always leaving work at 5 p.m. Sometime you may have to work a little late, or maybe you're going to a happy hour, or maybe you're going to activity. So you might not leave work at the same time, which means you might not arrive home at the same time every night. However, almost always, all of us leave our house at the same exact time. So if somebody wants to assassinate you, they just got to watch your house in the morning and say at 7 o'clock on the dot, they leave their house. This route to get to the freeway or whatever is the exact same route they take daily. Pretty easy to pick you off. Okay, so I know I've said a lot of crazy things here, and I know that I hope and pray nothing ever happened to you, but I just deal with too many people who are. So change your behavior if you think you have some threat. Become unpredictable in everything you do. Do you love yoga? Well, don't go to the yoga studio every Tuesday. Do you love candy? Do you love donuts? Don't go to the donut shop every single morning at 5:30 and get donuts. Analyze every single behavior and activity you do. Do you go to the dentist? Yes, I do. I like brushing my teeth. I like my teeth. Well, if you go to the dentist like clockwork every 6 months on the same day and this and that, think of everything, getting oil changes. That is how bad guys get caught in the intelligence world, is the small slip-ups. I don't ever want it to happen to you. Now you know how to have a little bit of unpredictable behavior. Also, when it comes to stalkers, when it comes to making sure you can disappear, you've got to worry about your online privacy. You've got to make sure that you can't be hacked, that your data isn't out there telling people where you live and where you go and all that. So when it comes to protecting my online privacy, I use Delete Me. If you're truly serious about being unpredictable, if you truly value your privacy, or if you just want to fly under the radar a little bit more, then again, here's something most people forget. You can ditch your phone, you can change your routine, you can even hop on a bus out of town, but if your personal data is still floating around on the internet, you're still not invincible, and you need to take care of that. That is why I use Delete Me. Delete Me scrubs your name, your address, your phone number, even your relatives' information off the internet, and they're scrubbing it from data broker sites. So companies that most people have never ever heard of, but they exist just to sell your information to anybody that'll pony up a price for it. So Delete Me finds those sites, they file the removal requests, and they send you a report showing exactly what they removed. And they don't do it just once, they do it every single month, year-round, 24/7, because unfortunately these bad companies are popping up like crazy. So if you're 18 or older and you want to take your privacy seriously, go to joindeleteme.com/Hanson and get 20% off just for using my link. And thank you again, Delete Me, for sponsoring this video. To get your data removed from the internet, check out Delete Me via my link in the description and get 20% off right now. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up here. What have we learned? Well, don't be predictable. Take time to do this stuff. It's easy, but most people are brain dead. Most people are zombies walking around with their phone. Pay attention to nothing these days. Don't be a brain dead zombie. Actually think about your life. Think about where you're going. Think about what you're doing. And if you have any danger, just don't be predictable. Start changing it up. That is how you do it. And of course, if there's anything at all that I can help you with, reach out to me. I want you to stay safe. I want to make sure that some stalker, loser guy, husband, ex-boyfriend, whatever is never going to harm you. I'm former CIA Officer Jason Hanson. Have a wonderful rest of the day and stay safe.